What is up everybody, Roadrunner here with another top 5 video. Today we're going to be doing the top 5 things around $50 that I always keep in my camera bag. Let's get into it. And before we get started, I do want to say that I do have links to all of these products down in the description below, so feel free to check those out. The first thing I always like to keep in my camera bag is a camera light. I do have a 3-point light kit, however, it is quite big and it does take up a lot of room. Having a camera light that just fits right on top is perfect, especially for interviews. You can also set it up somewhere in the room to give it a nice ambient lighting, and this has been helpful as well. And on the high settings, this can be pretty overpowering. So even when this is on its lowest setting, around 10, it does seem to give a very subtle lighting. The next thing I always keep in my camera bag is external hard drives. Now for this, you can also get cloud storage since everything is moving to cloud storage. If you're going from photography to videography, the one thing you will notice right away is how much more space video takes up than photography. I can go shoot a wedding or an event, and I know that sometimes I've even taken up as much as 60 gigabytes, which may seem like not that much. However, over time and with enough clients or enough tutorial videos, for example, I will start to run out of storage very quickly. I always like to have my footage saved to at least 2 places in case one of my hard drives crashes. I would also recommend putting a label with your full name and phone number on your hard drive in case you lose it. The next thing I always keep in my camera bag are nice SD cards. For a while, I was using some pretty cheap SD cards and they did the job for a while. However, I would go to an event and I would have to swap out SD cards like 2 times because my SD cards really didn't hold that much. Now I like to use at least 128 gigabyte SD card, and I always have a backup. I know I'm not going to use the entire thing, it's just nice to know that if I need the space is there. And once I have my footage saved to 2 different places, I do like to clear it off the SD card as soon as I know that I can, because nobody wants to swap out their SD card right in the middle of an exciting moment. With better SD cards, not only comes the higher capacity of storage, but also the faster read and write rates. Now I do have a video coming up in the future about SD cards and which ones to choose, so I will save that for another video. The next thing that I suggest to keep in your camera bag is a full-size tripod. Now I know what you're saying, a full-size tripod won't fit in my bag, but with my camera bag I can actually strap a tripod to the side of it, but having a full-size tripod is really crucial to bring around in most situations when it comes to video. I know there are situations when you can't bring a full-size tripod to a shoot, but if you do have the option, I would definitely say pick one up. I know that handheld footage has definitely become a video style. However, I would definitely say that it is not meant to be used all the time. Sometimes having a few stationary shots mixed in with some handheld can really go a long way. And if it's a flew-ahead tripod, you can actually get some pretty smooth movement in here, much smoother than you would be able to do with just your hands. And before we finish up today's video, feel free to subscribe and hit the little bell icon to get notified when I post a new video. Also, check out my gear list in the description. Thanks so much. And the last thing that I always keep in my camera bag that I would highly suggest you pick up is, drum roll please, extra camera batteries. Okay, hold on, I know you're upset with me because this is super obvious. However, when I first started out, I only had 1 extra battery, which I thought would suffice, but over time, I started going to longer events, or sometimes I would be doing video for 2 events in a day, and it just didn't cut it. I was scrambling to charge my batteries, and sometimes I would be swapping out an empty battery for a half-charged one, just because I had no other option. So I would definitely recommend having at least 2 extra batteries on top of the one that's already in the camera. For me, I always have 1 in the camera, obviously. I always keep a fully charged one in my pocket, and I also keep a fully charged one in the charger. So when it comes down to it, you can really never have enough extra camera batteries. And that wraps up today's top 5 video. Don't forget to subscribe and comment down below what you'd like to see in future videos. Thanks so much, take it easy.